To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, published in 1960. In the sleepy southern town of Maycomb, Alabama, during the 1930s, young Scout Finch recounts the pivotal years of her childhood, a time shaped by racism, justice, and the loss of innocence. Scout, her older brother Jim, and their summertime friend Dill spend their days playfully speculating about their enigmatic neighbor, Boo Radley, a recluse whose home is cloaked in rumor and mystery. Scout's father, Atticus Finch, is a lawyer of quiet strength and moral clarity. When he agrees to defend Tom Robinson, a black man falsely accused of a violent crime against a white woman named Mayella Ewell, the Finch children are thrust into a world far more complex and cruel than they had imagined. The children's fascination with Boo Radley slowly transitions into deeper questions about fairness and human nature as the trial unfolds. Tom's case reveals the deep-seated racism that grips the town, though Atticus presents compelling evidence of Tom's innocence, particularly that Tom's disabled left arm makes it nearly impossible for him to have committed the crime. The all-white jury convicts him, blinded by prejudice rather than guided by justice. Throughout the trial, Scout and Jem endure scorn from townspeople who disapprove of Atticus's defense. Despite this, Atticus remains calm, teaching his children empathy, courage, and the importance of standing for what's right even when you stand alone. Bob Ewell, Mayella's father and the man who brought the accusations, is publicly embarrassed during the trial. In a bitter attempt at revenge, he begins harassing those connected to the case. Meanwhile, the children grapple with the outcome. Jem, once full of idealism, feels deeply betrayed by the system he believed in. Scout, though younger, begins to understand the complexities of morality, especially through conversations with neighbors like Miss Maudie and the guidance of Calpurnia, the Finch's wise and caring housekeeper. Tom attempts to escape prison and is shot dead, an outcome Atticus and his children must also come to terms with. The injustice of Tom's death and the community's indifference deepen the story's central theme, the failure of society to protect the innocent. The novel's final act returns the focus to Boo Radley. On Halloween night, as Scout walks home in a ham costume after a school pageant, she and Jem are attacked by Bob Ewell. In a twist of fate, Boo Radley emerges from hiding to save the children, fatally stabbing Ewell in the process. The reclusive figure they'd once feared turns out to be their silent protector all along. Sheriff Heck Tate decides to report that Ewell fell on his own knife, choosing to shield Boo from public attention, a decision that aligns with the book's moral center, that sometimes protecting the innocent means bending rigid ideas of justice. In the closing scenes, Scout stands on Boo Radley's porch and sees the neighborhood through his eyes. She finally understands Atticus's repeated advice. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view. It's a moment of profound empathy and emotional clarity, a child's awakening to the complexities of good and evil in the world around her. Themes in Brief to Kill a Mockingbird is a powerful meditation on racial injustice, moral courage, and the transition from innocence to understanding. It asks readers to look deeply at their communities and themselves, to confront uncomfortable truths, and to recognize the quiet heroes who choose to do what's right, even when no one is watching.